Go.
Hey everyone, welcome to Science for Week 21. We're going to be doing what's called a tower construction for our activity today. So basically we're going to build a tower, and the idea is to see how tall we can make the tower. I'm referring to our notes from our friend Nicole Liam on CC Connected. And so the materials that we're going to need for building the tower are going to be straws, tape, and a tape measure so we can measure the height of our towers. All right, some things that we've already learned that are going to apply to today's lesson is when we learned on week 18 about Newton's third law of motion. Also, when we did the other science experiment where we talked about the center of gravity, those are all things that apply to today's experiment. So some things I want you guys to take note as you're doing your towers is, the taller that you make them, are they getting weaker the taller you make them, and what kind of shapes maybe help make them stronger as you build. All right, so the tallest skyscrapers in the world are engineering feats that bring fascinated tourists all over the world. Scientists use precise calculations to design taller and taller buildings each year. What's amazing is that they can keep the base of these buildings just as small or even smaller than older historic towers like the Empire State Building in New York. Concrete and steel are still used in skyscrapers, but in new composites and mixes to make them stronger and more flexible. Engineers have to consider not just the weight of the buildings, but the dangers of the wind that could sway and crack the materials. They consider elements like a solid foundation, keeping the center of gravity low or below ground, and making sure the skyscraper isn't top heavy. What kind of framework would you build to make your tower reach new heights? All right, the back of our sheet here, we have an image of other, communities that have done these towers. And then here are some images of different towers around the world today. So, for example, this one, which seems to be the highest, is called the Burj Khalifa, and this is found in Dubai. We have here the International Commerce Center in Hong Kong. We have the Petronas Towers in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And so there's different towers, different construction types. They use different materials, and they have different shapes. So basically we're going to do use your creativity to put together your towers. So come over here and I'm going to show you what we did together as a family. So here is our activity from Nicole Liam. Your foundations guide, it's page 197 on your foundations guide with all the information. Another resource that I want to introduce to you, a lot of you know, it's a YouTube channel by Elizabeth Wilcox. Her and her husband create wonderful videos that help explain every activity or every experiment that we do for Classical Conversations. So they're a wonderful, wonderful resource. So here we have our materials, which is our straws, tape, and the tape measure. And then we have the tower that we built together. Zach named it Goku's Tower. Sorry, Goku fell. Okay, so this is our tower here. There it is. All right, and I measured it after we created it, and it is actually about 29, don't mind the dishes in the back, 28.5 inches tall. All right, so take pictures of your towers, send us pictures. We'd love to see what you guys come up with, and we'll see you soon. Love you guys. Bye.